Over the past 6 years, we have witnessed some truly remarkable transformations here at the Manor. From restoring historic details to adding some modern elegance, it truly has been a big adventure. And one of the fantastic suggestions we recently received, thank you Angela, was to share the before and after of each of the rooms in the Manor and the renovation process that we've been through. And I couldn't think of a better place to start than here in the Parisian Suite, which is one of our most magical spaces. So join us today as we take a walk down memory lane. We relive the renovation process and reveal the makeover of this iconic suite, which is one of the first spaces we finished and is still one of my favorites. And don't forget, if you're enjoying our videos, make sure you hit subscribe on our YouTube channel, The Ladysmith Manor Diaries, to ensure you see all our videos when we first put them out. But first, let's go down memory lane and have a look at the renovation process that we went through to create this amazing suite. When we arrived at the Manor, the Parisian Suite was tired, unloved, and desperately in need of a makeover. We started by taking everything back to the bare bones to give us a blank canvas to work with before we started priming the walls, adding new paint, and giving it new color and life. With the walls and ceiling now painted, it was time to start working on some detail. And we started with our fireplace mantle. After giving it a first coat of paint, we started adding little detail that really brought back some of those historic characteristics. Adding simple details like this is one of our favorite tricks. It transforms a plain mantle and gives it so much more character. Although I loved the brick, it really was a little ugly, so we decided to use tile to just give a little bit more character to this fireplace. We were really lucky that the original hardwood floors were still in good condition. It took us a long time to sand off all the paint, but once we put a layer of stain on, the end result was definitely worth all the work.
Our next project was the bed frame, and we found this one on Marketplace. And to be honest with you, I wasn't even sure whether we'd be able to use it because it was not in great shape. But it's amazing what a little bit of paint will do.
And with the help of my magic gold paint, I added a little gold detail onto the four-poster bed. And then we took it upstairs to see what it looked like in the suite. One of the things I've enjoyed the most during our renovation projects is learning new skills. When you're renovating a manor of this size, you really have to learn to do a lot of things that you didn't know because you just can't afford to pay someone to do it for you. And so one of the skills I learned over the last 6 years has been making curtains and cushions, which I have really enjoyed. And I've been surprised to find they've actually turned out quite well. Stephen made me pelmets to go over the top of my curtains. And the end result is a magical space that far exceeds my expectations and ideas in my head. We actually knocked 3 rooms into 1 suite to create the Parisian Suite. And this room was how our dressing room started. We'd taken out all the walls and some closets, and this beautiful bay window sat at the back of the house and had beautiful views over the back. It was always interesting to see what we found when we demoed, and this diagonal piece of wood is actually the end of the original house before the brick end was added in the 1930s. It didn't look like much at this point, but this was going to be our ensuite bathroom for the suite. One of the main features in this room is this beautiful bay window, and this is where we decided that we would put our clawfoot tub in this space right in the window, because this is where the sun sets and it's just the perfect place to enjoy a relaxing bath in the evening. All we had to do was figure out how to get the plumbing in the right place. And so we came up with this platform idea. Stephen created it and built it. We used floorboards that we reclaimed from other parts of the house and created this platform on which the clawfoot tub was going to sit. With the windows all painted, it was time to stain the top of our platform and get it ready to move the tub in. But it wasn't quite as easy as just bringing the tub in. We had picked up an old clawfoot tub that took 4 guys to lift it up the stairs. It had come from a farmhouse here in Dorchester, and it was not in the best of conditions. So we set to work bringing it back to life. With a lot of cleaning, sanding, painting, and TLC, it came back to life. And with the inside refinished, it was time to move it into place. With the tub in its new home, it was time to get the floor stained and paint on the wall. And what a difference the paint and the stain made to this space. It had been completely transformed. And I couldn't create a suite without using some wallpaper. And I found this amazing colored toile wallpaper that we decided to use on this feature wall. And it was absolutely perfect for this suite. And the end result was a dressing room full of character and charm, old antique pieces, and just very calm and relaxing. The final room in our Parisian Suite is our ensuite. And again, we wanted to mix the modern convenience and luxury of a luxury bathroom, but also with that vintage feel. So we put underfloor heating on the floor, we added a heated towel rail, we put in a new shower, but we still wanted to have the character. So we used this really pretty hexagonal tile on the floor. That created this very old school pattern, which was perfect for this bathroom. We added baseboard, and then we found a really old dresser that we decided to make into our vanity. So Stephen cut a hole in the top for the sink, and we found a very unique copper sink that fit perfectly. I got my paintbrushes back out again and used this lovely dusty pink that I used on the tub to paint the vanity, along with my magic gold paint on all the little details. The end result was this gorgeous vanity full of character and all created from something that we'd recycled. My final project in the bathroom was this mirror. We picked it up from Costco, but it looked too modern. So a good friend of mine, Joelle, she had given me this beautiful frame. So I took the picture out and I got out my magic gold paint and painted it in this gold that really suited and fit with the rest of the gold that I used on the vanity. And the end result was this gorgeous vintage gold frame with all the character and warmth of the gold, which we then hung around the mirror, giving it that vintage feel, all with the modern touch of the LED mirror, which makes it so great when you're putting on makeup or using the mirror in the bathroom. The end result was this really lovely mix of vintage and modern amenities working together to give this luxurious feel, but still with that vintage charm and character. Each of the 3 rooms got its very own chandelier. Which was the final touch to this magical suite. The rooms are unrecognizable from where they started. And it's such a beautiful, relaxing, charming, enchanting space that so many people now get to enjoy. Over the next few weeks, we will be sharing more before and afters in other rooms throughout the manor. But thank you for joining me on our walk down memory lane today. I hope you've enjoyed it as much as I have. Looking back, it's hard to believe that the rooms even look like that. But this is one of my favorite suites, and I'm so glad people get to enjoy it. And I will be back next week and look forward to seeing you for our next episode of the Ladysmith Manor Diaries.